In this excerpt, there are 3 or 4 primary challenges, and it's a kind of excerpt of 2 halves. The opening in pianissimo is completely legato and requires good control in the upper half of the bow. I'll just show that. I choose to play this entirely in the upper half, and you'll notice that there's a crescendo starting in the 4th bar of the passage. That's when I start coming towards the heel, and I'm aiming for the forte 2 bars before 11, and of course the fortissimo at 11 itself. So, fundamentally, upper half of the bow, tracking towards the heel with the crescendo. Then we have the left hand problems. Now, this excerpt is essentially an ascending sequence, and we have a pattern that works through, I would say, 3/4 of the first half. For me, that is this fingering. So we make use of the top 2 strings, and we're trying to keep as compact a movement as possible in the left hand. The problem is, as we go up the bass towards the octave, that pattern works less well. So it's really important to work out where you need to alter your pattern in order to play cleanly and bring the most important musical features to the fore. That's the crescendo and the direction into figure 14. I think it's really difficult and definitely quite important to make sure that we have really good articulation right from the downbeat of the bar before 14. The way I do this is I slightly kick the last quaver in the second to last bar before 14. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm almost separating that last quaver in order to have clear articulation straight into the quavers. And that will set you up better into the fortissimo at 14 itself. Then at figure 14, we have a different bow stroke, this kind of slightly off the string, heavy marcato kind of bow stroke. I'll just demonstrate. In the opera, it's really important to keep the tempo here. Conductors tend to push this point, and excitement builds through this whole passage. So as we get into figure 14 and towards the end of the passage, do keep moving and keep playing the accents. I'll just play that. This is another moment where it's really important not to get slow. It's very easy to play, which is technically correct, but the music is moving onwards towards the end of towards the end of this section. Again. And then in these bars, 4 bars and 6 bars before the end of the passage, I like to accent the up bow slightly more. You'll notice 5 bars after 14, the accent begins on the second beat of the bar, and I think it's important. I think Verdi wants us to kick this second beat slightly more whenever you have that shape.